Hi, my name is Megan Stevens, and this is my leadership presentation. Over the past 4 months, especially, what I've learned about myself in terms of leadership is that I believe in servant leadership. I believe in being goal-oriented, focused, empathetic, a little bit vulnerable as a leader, but also, courageous as well, of course. By vulnerable, I mean sharing my own challenges, mistakes, and experiences in order to help guide people to make maybe the better choice. Furthermore, I think the most important thing is to help motivate and encourage change and growth through in people by eliminating the fear surrounding it. I believe you can do that by showing your clients or your friends, your family, kind of the big picture and how change and growth, however challenging it may be and whatever circumstance it may be under, you can always kind of get a positive out of it. Accepting life on life's terms, accepting it, making the steps towards how to get what you want out of the situation as best as possible. Also, as a leader, I believe in you got to practice self-care for sure, especially over the past 4 months as a former resident of Fort McMurray full-time, as well as the fact that my boyfriend lives up there. He works up there, but lives there half the time, as well as a lot of my best friends still live up there. It's been a really big struggle, and I've kind of helped lead and guide and support a lot of my friends through that. I'm going to use one specific example because it's an extra special circumstance. So a good friend of mine, Fort McMurray evacuee, is also going through a huge separation. He's got 2 small children. Well, they're 10 and 8, 2 boys, and he was with his we'll say wife for 12 years. So we've got the Fort McMurray fire, huge, very traumatic, very stressful, and then we have the separation. So these are 2 big things that he must deal with. A little bit about myself. About 5 years ago, I was engaged to a guy that was separating from he had 2 small children, and there was the constant battle. It was constant court. It was very volatile. I believe the children were negatively affected. It was a big reason why we didn't stay together because I just couldn't handle it. 5 years ago I was a little bit different person, I guess. Through with my friend that's dealing with this, I'm really trying to help him, guide him through by sharing my experience and what I found didn't work. I'm an empathetic ear to him, for him to, I'm there for him to vent to get all of his frustrations out. I'm also there to kind of empower him and to help him, with tools that I kind of learned, other than going through court. You can go through different options. There's notary publics, there's mediators to create documents without going through court. Just using my experience to kind of guide him through a very, very difficult situation. Just because, I worked with children for a lot of years, and especially at 10 and 8, there's a lot of developmental issues, and it's a very developmental time, and a volatile and traumatic situation at that age can just lead to huge problems later in life, and obviously that's you want to avoid that. So I've just been going to lawyer meetings with him. I've been going to court appearances with him just as support. I've also been, trying to tell him to remain calm and focus, goal-oriented on the you just want to see your kids, you just want it to be organized. I've also helped him to kind of accept the fact that, this change is happening. Like, he's not living at his house anymore. He's had to move it back in with his parents because Fort McMurray, it's very difficult to find a place to live that's safe enough for 2 small children to be at. He's had to accept the fact that he's, 33 at his parents, but long term it's, the best choice, and kind of eliminating that fear around this huge change, like a decade of his life, is over now and it's a change, and then also helping him through the issues around the fire and stuff like that, like actually being present there, and ensuring that he takes care of himself as well, like mentally, so he can be, the best father he can, and to remain calm, and to, accept change and accept life on life's terms, as leaders, especially in the fitness industry. It's a very sensitive subject for people to become fit, to change their lives because of lifestyle choices. And I mean, most of us within this career, fitness is just our life. It's second nature. It's just what we know. It's what we do. It's and I think we got to learn to be really empathetic and put ourselves in other people's shoes to understand that, okay, this is a completely different life that they're going to begin, and guide them through the challenges, and help them set goals, and to remain focused, and to eliminate that fear around change. Furthermore, I believe as leaders, especially in the fitness industry, we need to take care of ourselves too. During this whole experience with the Fort McMurray fire, and trying to help that friend in particular, as well as many others, and doing other things within that kind of community, I've neglected my own health, and I've learned that I can't help anybody as a leader if I'm not healthy myself. So that's, I believe, extremely important. So leadership to me means to be vulnerable in your own experience, share your struggles, your mistakes, everything, in order to help people. I think that makes you very genuine, and I think people really respond well to that. Being a servant leader, really going and doing the footwork for them, at first, to get them, over that hump, further, and just finally to, motivating change and growth by eliminating the fear around these big changes, and being an empathetic ear, and empowering them through any and all tools that you have. Thank you.